What's up, guys? Welcome to Wasted Space and welcome back to Life on the Rim. And before we do anything else, we're going to begin with a rename. Actually, haven't done one of these in a while, given we got Mick just showed up correctly named as the start. So, Mr. Ruben, welcome aboard. You just like men and are a trick happy nudist that's crap at everything. Sorry. Dems the brakes. You get what you're given. Okay, there's bits and bobs on the pad of stuff to do, but let's get those moving around. Of course, we've got a heat wave to deal with as well, but in theory, the clothing we've got now, everyone's wearing the right stuff, so that should kind of help. But starting off with, we're going to get rid of all these plants around the edge that are outside of the main growing area, because in reality, these things are just going to end up being replanted and die, and replanted and die, and replanted and die. It's just not worth it. So make this a bit more efficient. I also feel like we didn't need to do this. There is so much wood on this map. That was not a necessary thing. Although what I will do, good, we did set Ruben's stuff last episode. What I will do is go in here and, where is he? Mr. Nom. I'm going to give Mr. Nom a bit of a higher plant cutting priority and growing priority maybe. Go and drop his hunt. Not plant cut, there you go. That's a bit more like it. That way he can go and help Radish with the harvesting and do so at night as well, which might actually help avoid heat stroke. Not that we've got any yet. So I also needed to perhaps drop the temperature on the fridge a bit to give us a bit more resilience to these heat strokes, heat waves. Although I do think this is going to end up not being enough anyway, and we're probably going to end up having to put another cooler just here. Just seems to get a bit warm. We've still got a component issue to sort out too. And then there's the bigger and more dangerous issue of we can't build a killbox here. Not very easily. I'm thinking about maybe if I get the planning tool out, orders. I'm thinking maybe like literally chopping off the whole way across here with some walls, making those walls like really thick, or maybe even like. So you have something a bit like this, where you've got the thick enough wall that's going to dissuade most enemies from coming that direction anyway. Stuff's breaking down, even the cooler, that's going to use up the components that we don't even have any of. Wonderful. Anyway, let me just finish this quickly. So we have that. That'll dissuade everyone but sappers, basically, from going this direction at all. But the sappers are going to want to go that way. So I'm thinking maybe if we were to perhaps intentionally give them a bit that looks a bit more juicy. So maybe we only have two thick wall there. We buff up these end bits a bit. Perhaps even thicken up the entire thing one more and move this one down. And we create ourselves a sort of indoor killbox for when inevitably the sappers do go around that way, which they will do, where perhaps we have just a setup either end like that. Maybe we make this 3 wide so we can fit more colonists in it at the same time. Where you've dissuaded them from going to these edges, in theory, because you've got the thicker walls there, so they're breaking through here. And then we've got ourselves like a little sort of crossfire zone that goes straight the way across. So as they come through, they get hammered from both directions. I'm inclined to give it a try, because I can't think of much else for this top bit. But what that also would do is allow us to sort of almost make a funnel down here. So say we were to also expand this building along a bit to about there, and perhaps join on to the edges as well. We sort of have this funnel either end, and I'm wondering if we can then block off the ends with some wall and build what would be our sort of normal killbox approach type thing, perhaps not that far out, but where you could have turrets here and here, turrets here and here, and they'd have to come in through the area and into this sort of central column where they'd get, hopefully, cut up by the killbox stuff. And then at the same time, we could maybe put some covered walkways to join this top building to this bottom building. Which, thinking about it, we need a stockpile anyway, so there we go. That's what the bottom building is. Quick, let's get some walls. What have we got lots of? Granite, limestone. Granite it is. Fine. Now I'm going to actually leave a corridor in there like we normally would, although I will. Is that going to be coolers? Probably. This is part of the problem. So many coolers use components. Well, all the coolers use components. Let's put a granite door there, and then, because for now, I think I'm just going to fill this the whole way out at this size. We need another stockpile. The stockpile I built was in a really stupid place. Let's line it up with the doors too, so we can do those walkways later down the line. One here as well. Bit of a building project, but hey. And then we can sort of dissuade them from going this side at all, and maybe have them just come down this central corridor. And most people from this side, obviously. In theory. Okay, what else do I need to change? There was mention that I've got our meds set kind of weirdly in that the animals don't have any. So let's give the animals some meds too. We don't hate them that badly, I don't think. And let's go find some components. Our big problem. Not that I'm not wanting to go and actually get any to be. We cleared out everything that was down here. Anything that of any interest down here is gone except for that tiny bit of jade there. I really don't remember seeing very much in the way of components. Okay, we've got bits in this corner. It's miles away, but I suppose we can find out if we get the ominous message when we get near that thing. Almost certainly. And that if we do get it, that'll have character sleep caskets in it, which means that might be a source of components. Not sure I really want to take that source of components quite yet when we've got so few colonists and we're so poorly armed, but whatever. There is nothing else, unless I'm blind. It's going to have to be inside the mountains or not there at all. Maybe we go for something like this one on the basis that, well, there's something in there. It's a little bit away from the base, so it shouldn't compromise base defenses messing around with that, but it might reveal something interesting. And let's also, at the same time, keep an eye on anybody getting heat stroke, which they're not. Wonderful. That works. We do a vent the whole way through here, possibly. Now we're going to start to see some heat stroke because they're working outside this whole time. And granite takes ages to build as well, if I remember rightly. Well, don't need to remember, we're looking at it. So on that basis, do we want to... Oh, it's the components again. We got 6 from somewhere. They didn't mind that. No. Where did those 6 come from? There must have been some about that we had to pick up. A ding that means what? Not much. We probably need to move this, because that is indoors, and I don't want an indoor dumping stockpile. That seems rather pointless. So let's just run it the entire way alongside this building, and then delete the one that's indoors. Do the job. Nice that we can sort of almost semi-ignore heat waves now. He says, just quickly checking again to make sure that nothing horrible's happening. Who's breaking? McGow! It's okay, dude. It's about to be night time anyway, so they're all going to come back. We've struck silver ore. Oh, is that silver? Oh, cool. I didn't realise. Where are you taking that wart? Are you taking it into here? You are. Wrong. Wrong. Wart is allowed in there. Of course, that won't be soon enough for them to go and change their behaviour now, but then someone else will immediately go and move it. Heat stroke. Alicid got up to minor there. That's not great. Maybe we'll... Where are you? Stay inside, dude. Bet you we need to adjust that heat wave area too. Uh-huh. Yes, we do. Cool, do we want to include the walls? I suppose the inner layer would be fine. You just don't include this outer layer here, which might mean that they could go outside if they were going to repair them or put a fire out or something. Something along those lines. Getting cooler outside, so people are alright to be out there now. Nom's doing something vaguely useful, I suppose. We've run out of granite already. Okay then. Where can I find granite? Oh, that's unusual. We don't normally get to watch it land. And it's a ton of synth thread. Makes some expensive gear. So we're out of granite, is what's happened here. There isn't actually that much granite in walls around the map either. Bit of steel, it's always welcome, but that's granite as well, isn't it? Yeah. Fine. And pull up the floors too, because they're actually remarkably valuable now. given I want them to come down here anyway for these. I didn't actually set it to be mined because of the heat wave, but actually, I think we're all right. Yeah, that was the ones we were watching. Just initial for McGow, nothing else. Alicid's is gone. Awesome. Maybe we send McGow indoors for a bit as well. He seems very unhappy about his role as man running backwards and forwards. Have a role as man sitting indoors instead. Oh, hang on. If you're making a sculpture, then one's finished. Where is it? We got our first statue. Hopefully it says something weird. There should be a wooden statue around somewhere. Where on earth is it? If he started another one, there should be one in storage. Huh. Speaking of storage, I never did what I wanted to do with making the stockpile zone in here. One massive stockpile zone. But now we shall continue the search for the missing wooden statue. Is it underneath that centipede? No. Am I blind? Or did he just not make one? All the female colonists are angry. Okay. I can only assume he just didn't make one. Oh well. There we go. Marble small sculpture. Shoddy. Made by David McGow Rennie. Blue Suffering. On this work is an artwork of a chemist surrounded by politicians. The scene takes place in the middle of a town. The work is executed in blocky style. And it's shoddy. No, in the kitchen. There you go. Better than nothing. We'll probably sell it when we start getting trades. Traders selling. That is a very good point. Here's a thought. Why don't I actually build some of the things that are going to help here? Like, for example, that comms console. We can't get the... That's annoying. That trade beacon. And then maybe even think about putting some tool cabinets down. Because in reality, look at all these benches that we could be... somehow... It's a shame I didn't think about that too much. That works? It's a bit weird, but at the same time, I actually quite like it. And it would leave a little single gap in the middle. So you'd put... what are they? 2,000 steel, 200 steel. That's not too bad. So you put a couple down like that, and that would actually feed all of those. Kind of alright. Psyche drone, less so. Especially as we got a heat wave at the same time. What did I just right click away? This seems to be happening in games to me all the time at the moment. I just happen to be clicking on... Aha. Here we go. What I right-clicked away was Grill, Cloner, Male Space Refugee. Now, I believe the Space Refugees you can just rescue. Who's going to do the job for me? Nom. I don't think we need to capture these. Because he's a space loner, it doesn't actually belong to a colony. He'll join us because he's got nowhere else to go. And I kind of want to test him, so let's find out. Does mean that we'd need another bed, and I'm not sure where I'd put it. You know what I might do, actually? Let's go in here and maybe try this already, just to see how things respond. That might not be a bad idea. Do we want to think about maybe some security on this end, too? Might also not be a bad idea. Do I put it right where I put my marker? No, because in reality, if we're putting a wall up there, we want it only just about in range. So there's a good spot. And power. Random bit of conduit next to it so that we can disable it easily using cheesy fashions. This turret's in a crap place. Should have been down here. Don't fail when you're doing the tools cabinets. I need those. We're all out of components now. Nope, we got 2 left, but that's not enough to actually... Oh, it is. Just. We have just about finished everything. Grill cloner is no longer capable of walking. Yo, friend. Welcome aboard. Why are we not... Nom. Stop eating. Go and rescue the colonist. How bad is it, Grill? That's just scratches and bruises, so that's okay. I don't need to use crazy meds for him. I do need him to be, like, tended before he bleeds to death, however. Not the bruises. Okay, that was close. Almost get someone and then immediately lose them again. We got a lot of people now capable of being doctory. That really doesn't hurt. You go, Warden. Most social person. No longer McGow. Okay, I can go have that down on 4. What are you really good at? Oh, nice. Another person to be growing and keeping that on, sort of in-handled. Actually, it's pretty decent. Pretty decent, Grill. Welcome. I'll have to rename you next episode, of course. Assuming you've survived that long. What else we need to do? We need to give you some clothes that make sense. And that is about it. Well, and get you a bedroom. Because we don't have a spare bedroom for you now, do we? We're going to have to temporarily make this a just standard room. How is the cotton going? I would very much like to... Maybe, we don't need the cotton, is it? We've got all this leather. What I need to do is give someone a higher tailoring priority. There's anyone that might be really good at this. Nom can obviously do tailoring when he's not busy, but maybe Mick? When he's not constructing or mining, instead of crafting? Oh, Bearcat. Black Meerkat Corporation. That's what I clicked away. There was a trader in range. Damn it. That would have been really helpful. Who is this angry with me? Is everyone... Guys, I tell you what. Everyone get the hell back inside. Grill is a slowpoke too smart. I mean, too smart's great, but slowpoke... It's not quite Hodor, but it's not a million miles away. Look how slow he is. That is unbelievable. So, what are we building our floor out of here? It's all sandstone. Are we just not getting any more sandstone out of our... Heatwave is over. Hooray. Make any stone blocks. Make limestone. Make sandstone blocks for me, please. It's better. Mick's actually getting some tailoring done nice and fast. Let's change these until you have, and let's 6. Sure, and then obviously we're going to want same with a few others. People pointed out as well that button-down shirts technically are better than t-shirts as far as resisting temperature is concerned. So let's get those 2. And we've got dusters. We're going to want a cowboy hat. Don't we have 6? And what's missing? Pants. Let me just keep a supply of 6 of each around. And then at the same time, as soon as possible, we'll get the... Well, as soon as possible, this is all going to take ages, of course, but when we get a crematorium, I'll have that set up to stop burning. This also should really be a lower priority than the one that's in our base. I think that makes sense. Psychic drone ending as well. Cool. So, up here, this little thing, I kind of want to... Even though we've cut off the top of the base now, this is where our geothermal is going to go. We have slate, limestone, marble. Slate, maybe limestone. Because what I'm thinking here, not door, wood. What I'm thinking here is a bit of that, and then that, and then most importantly of all, expand no roof area. Okay, it scared me how this all appears when you've selected no roof, but of course that's the build roof area. Nice. And then we might think about getting some covered walkways down to this stuff here. You know, I can imagine, I don't know how far across we've got, but 21, yeah. So we could do that with a single support quite happily. Missing components, right? Yeah. Major break risk. Grill is just really mad. Needs pain. Dull hospital. Get out of it. Darkness. That's better. Spacious interior. Does it not get any nicer than just spacious interior? No, apparently not. Joy deprived. Shouldn't you be getting joy pretty quickly? Isn't that one of the things I've got set to do like almost immediately after waking up? Fatty is just throwing clothes to the floor. Oh, whoops. Right, that makes more sense. Wonder why everyone was suddenly tailoring. That's by Nom, that's by Mick. Mick's the one that'll actually finish it. So let's get rid of those two. Better, but still out of granite. So I guess we can do granite and components at the same time, maybe send guys on a proper journey. So did I miss any granite? That's steel, that's not granite, that's not granite, that might be granite, but it's scary. Oh, are they doing components? Are you here for, no, they're here for the granite. Okay, both is fine, both is fine. Components are kind of tempting at the same time, though, I'm just saying. Yeah, definitely done for mining. Chocolata has given birth. Do you want to keep the dromedaries? I mean, they're great for... they're fine, because they've got so much food to eat out here. So I don't think there's any real problem keeping them fed. Like, it's not like we've had any issues with them complaining or like that. Grill... that's kind of fine. A few lower priority bits on these. Same with Ruben when it comes to... no, actually, maybe not. Food supplies are... we haven't had any food worries so far, but we are out of meat. It's hunting time. Gargopods, what are you up to, Randy? What you got for me? I thought for a second that was going to be meat, and I'd be like, okay, that is just straight up spooky. Don't be doing that, please. So, hunting. Everyone loves a bit of hunting. But, who is going to do it? On the moment, it's Nom the Terrible. Ruben and Grill. Neither of... Ruben's got a club. Does have melee like speciality, so I really can't ignore that. Grill still in that bed. Is terrible at shooting, but perhaps can learn, basically. That's okay. Mick is viewing art. Okay, they actually stand there and look at it. That's quite cool. I didn't realise they did that. Alright, getting a bit of joy. This person is... what is so angry? Okay, it's just taking you a while to get rid of your debuffs, basically, and actually build up a half-decent mood buffer. Are you wearing the things you should be wearing? You don't look like you are. Looks like you're only wearing some of it. Have we not finished building it all? These button-down shirts. Which is not very helpful if I haven't gone and edited the outfit to include button-down shirts. That makes far more sense. Wow, what persuades them to go the entire way around the top there? What are you after? Cleaning? That shouldn't be needed. Where's home? Yeah. No, we're alright, thanks. Don't need you to clean him out there so badly. Still no turret. Who's idle? Acid. Why would you be idle? Because I've forgotten to de-restrict you. That'd be why. It's a good reason. We got a fire, and the solar flare is ending. That's the most pathetic fire I think I've ever seen. Okay, I'm worried about the component supplies. Without any way of refreshing it aside from these few tiny little blocks down here. Yay, gazelle. Holy hell. It's probably more meat than we'll even be able to fit in the fridge, isn't it? Yeah. Alice has gotten food poisoning from simple meal. Have we got someone cooking that shouldn't be? Kinda, yeah. Oh, Radish was doing it for the butchering, now I remember. Not that Nom really needs any help. He's got that so locked down. Food has not been much of a concern. Let's stick the fine meals up. We haven't had the materials for them so much, but yeah, let's get them up there. Keep people a bit happy. Have stuff breaking down, cost more components. More components we don't have. Exotic goods trader. Hell yeah. And I didn't miss it this time. Right, someone's got more social. Yeah. Grill is like the most social person ever. 12. Versus McGow with an amount. 9. Cool. Although McGow is still awake, so rather than wake someone up, where actually he is, you, Goozer. Why will you not communicate? I am confused. Oh, because of solar flare. Or is the solar flare has ended. Why can I not use my comms console? We got a trade beacon. That's a bit weird. But you can always use them. But I can't right click that thing at all. That is really odd. What on earth have I done to cause that? You guys are going to have to help me with this one because I am pretty much at a loss. It's got power. We've got the beacon we need. So the only step is to right click on the thing and trade with them. But it's not having any of it. You know, it's like that. You know, it's the same deal. You right click and then call whatever their name is. Nouveau Incorporated. But not if you're wasted. If you're wasted, your comms console doesn't work. Okay, now let's try. Now it's got massive, like the connected rate is... I just lost. Okay then. So that's the thing. Anything we put in here at the moment is going to be outdoors, isn't it? Yeah, we really do need to sort out that roof ASAP. More cargo pods with smoke leaf. Sure. We're on the rim. I mean, can we really be that restrictive? I don't think so. I think once you're on the rim, it's kind of, yeah, all right, bro, as long as you don't cause any trouble. They are out and about. Is there anybody else that can call the bloomin' trader? Have they changed how it works and I just don't understand what they've changed? Let's have a look. Is there anything new in here that seems out of place and weird? They'll be like, oh, and that's the thing you're supposed to use to do this. Is it something you have to research? Talking to dudes on radio. Research. No, not so much. No, really not so much there. Screw it. I'm just have to get over it and just be like not able to trade with those dudes or something. Are you powered? Is that the problem? Yes, you're most definitely powered. Letting this go is going to be hard. At least they're getting stuff done out front. Cool. Probably want to raise someone's hunting up. Alicid actually has some really good shooting skill. Grill, we were going to actually give you a gun as well, weren't we? We thought that might be a good plan. So, yep, drop that off, and what can we go for? We got guns, or I can't help but notice that there's a masterwork bow there. What condition's it in? It's a great bow as well. It's one of those really annoying ones that have got ridiculously high ranges. That kind of works, alright then. Grill. And there's nothing else to do, go hunt. Probably done quite enough tailoring for now. Hunting with a bow seemed very appropriate as well. Oop. Mechanoids in drop pods attacking immediately. Right, everybody back. Oh god. What the hell am I supposed to do about mechanoids? Right, Radish there. Alicid is one of the ones the closest. Right, all you guys just need to run the hell back. There is no more to it than that. And we have to kind of hope that you're going to be quick enough to do so. How many have we got? A Scyther and 2 centipedes. That could be a lot worse. Problem is, Scythers are really quick. And what are they doing? Melee attacking granite wall. Okay, so as long as I keep these guys out of the way, that should be alright. You guys, like, get up here into some sort of positions. We're going to want to turn on the turrets real soon. Ruben, with your club, you are just useless. Grill, maybe in a place like that with the great bow. Mick, Shotty, no idea where you're going to be helpful. Get up in the base. Kind of the same with Vadir, Normal. These guys with the shorter range weapons. I'm not sure how useful they're really going to be. Longer range weapons, of course. Not too bad. Right, this is dodgy territory. Let's see. I've re-changed these guys' paths because I had a wasted with the words. We practiced this a couple of episodes ago. It's not pregnant. It's pregnant. We've learnt. I was worried that because these guys are slow, the Scyther would catch them up. It doesn't seem like that was a particularly valid worry in reality. However, better safe than sorry, right? One of these guys has got a gun I need in a decent position as well, like that. The other one is kind of useless. So yeah, you folks be ready to do something. I don't know, just killing centipedes takes forever. Okay, let's also get you in the heatwave restrictions just so that no one, like, for example, Ruben, you could be doing other things. I don't think we need to have you just hanging around in there still. Where did the... I've lost the Scyther. Surely it must basically be here by now. Oh no, there it is. Alicid, get in there. McGow's going somewhere sensible. Wonder what wall he's after. Grill inside as well. Right, let's now reconnect our 2 turrets up here. Did we get the one on the other end done? No. No, we did not. Where are you going? You don't know, do you? You have no idea where you're going. Centipedes are going to be miles away as well. It'd be really nice to get that side done before these guys get anywhere near. I mean, he's attacking a granite wall. And the only granite walls we have are over here, so... What an arse. Alicid, onto the corner. You're not in range there, are you? Of course not. Oh, now. Not sure what to do with Grill here. Grill's like, it's not going to be easy to get a pair of them out there without them being a bit at risk of something going wrong. He's ready to break. Radish. I can kind of understand that. Part of me wants to just go mob this Scyther before anything else happens. And you, Miguel. Oh, especially as it's decided it's time to turn around and actually take some shots at our... No! That was a miss, I think. Good. Yeah, not very happy with this. Back around the corner. He's gone inside. For lols. Lol. Teehee. Oh, is he on the turret? He might have decided it's turret time now. You two, that end. You guys, what do we have? Like, Nom might actually have range from there. Let's get Meow there, Bad Ear there. Yeah, he's just trying to take out the turrets now, little git. Right. Hold open. Now. No! Mick! It's not too bad. Surprise! Oh, what? Oh, my word. Really annoying we didn't get that other turret built now, and that this guy's decided to come this way around and not be in range of anybody else. Okay, we just need to kill this git ASAP. There we go, right. Rescue Mick. Alicid, Grill. Where's the centipedes? They've still got a decent distance to come. I imagine the centipedes are going to be a pain around here again. Rescue Mick, you guys get up here. Everybody in that top section, try and encourage the centipedes to come in and up to us. What have they got? You got an Inferno Cannon and an Inferno Cannon. They're both on granite walls. Nom, why can you not treat Mick? That's better. So those are only long-range weapons with the exception of Radish, who I am going to wake up in a moment. All of these guys can outrange the Scythers. Let's give these guys a few moments of peace. While two Inferno Cannon friends make their way up. To be honest, we almost might as well give everybody a bit of peace for a second, because these centipedes take ages to do anything. That way they can have some food and maybe not break on me. Are we looking? Okay. Finish eating, guys. I kind of also need you two to be doing pot shots on these as they approach. I should have, to be honest, I should have sent them both out immediately to do exactly that. We can outrange the Inferno cannons without any real difficulty. And we should have been taking pot shots on these guys the whole time. Because basically the biggest problem with the centipedes is they just take forever to kill. Well within range of the sniper, in range of the bow now, so should be in range of the survival rifle too. Nice, good hits. I said they'd take ages to kill. Apparently there's a very big damage range, it seems. That's a stop to shoot, isn't it? Yep. Run, guys. It's raining. That could not be more perfect. It just helps get all the fires out ASAP. Grill, move. Left that a bit too long to fall back. How's Grill actually doing health-wise? Just a few burns, right? Okay, that's not too bad. This might also allow me to lead these guys up the way I want towards the turrets, rather than leaving them down the bottom. Back. It's interesting because of the way they fire. He looks like he's very good, always going to get that shot off. Basically, are we still in range? No, he's reloading it and then he's going to move. So they reload it first and then move. Interesting. Come on. Need better long-range weapons than this. No idea where that centipede thinks he's going. Should at the moment get him in range of the turret up there. There we go. Run! Oh no, there wasn't actually any need for that. Animals, how about you come inside for a second? I don't think hanging around out here near all this fire is a great plan. I'm a lot happier when they're busy shooting at the turrets and my guys can just fire away, but they seem to be a lot less accurate without the pressure of being actually shot at. You know what I mean? It'd be really nice to kill the centipede before it takes that turret out. Just saying. He's kind of had enough of shooting at the turret. I don't know why. He's like, no, he just wants to get a bit closer. No idea what this one's trying to do. I don't really care either. While he's over there not bothering me, it is fine. Oh, I saw that for a second and thought, oh god, Mick's down, he needs help. But no, Mick's fine. He's had the help. I suppose you could look at this as being half alright weapons training, maybe? Just hit it. Oh, come on, guys. Now would be a really good time to be doing some actual hitting at that thing. Cool. Grill. Just killing something, actually. Yeah, you can go inside. You're not really contributing a huge amount anyway, in reality, mate, so... Bit close there, actually. Oh, that's interesting. That should work in our favour, because they can put out that fire from inside without actually becoming a target. Or could, if anyone was awake to do so. What are you doing, Ruben? No, don't clean dirt. Ah, it's not a firefighter. Anyone that is. Grills, resting, with burns. No, you're not. Okay, maybe he is. McGow, come put a fire out for us, as the only man willing to even give it an attempt. It's annoying that it seems to be capable of actually outranging that bloomin' turret. That's not great. Fire is allowed outside allowed area. Oh, what's that? Radish and Alicid, isn't it? Yeah. So you guys can be quick, because that turret's basically our defense. Nice, nice. That's what we wanted. Now get back a bit. We're even closer than we need to be here. This is unnecessary. It is dying, ever so slowly. Come on. See, the turrets, in comparison, do so little damage per impact. It's hilarious. Alicid. Fire out again for us. Because that does a great job of being the thing that will take that turret out rather than anything else. Yeah, minor break risks we can deal with. All the while, we've got a stupid centipede just doing this. Oh, it's on fire again, isn't it? Told you to get back. How badly did that hurt? A fair bit. The fire's just getting bigger as well. No, get up there. I'm not going to try and put it out again this time. It's going to go anyway. Oh, you cheeky git. He's just ignoring the turrets now. Alicid, move it. And now he's turned around and decided he's going to go somewhere else. Interesting. Mick, my man, where did you lose your weapon? Down there. Yay! Mick, go get your pump shotgun. Restrictions, everyone's fine. You two, good job. Good job, folks. I mean, skeletons and scythers and... not good. Not good. Let's not hold that open anymore. Bunch of stuff that will be fixed as and when necessary. Ruben, go train. Oh. Is that not training him? No, it's not. At all. Nor is it doing a very good job of killing. No, it's alright, dude. Let someone else do it. Yeah, a bit like that. Oh, okay, I take it back. You had actually done a fair bit of work. Hooray, hooray. And looking at the time, to be fair, that's not a bad place to call this episode either. About right. So, what did we get done? So I think I've settled on a vague idea for how the base is going to be laid out. We want to stop them from coming up down this bottom here, but I think that's because this is seen as a juicy target and it's all open still. But we did get a bit more building work done, so I've decided the base layout a little bit, and we fought off some scythers and worried a huge amount about the fact that we're running out of components like crazy fast. Crazy fast. This doesn't mind these down here, mind, but that is all we've got left. It literally is. So we've got to be trading. And if any of you guys have got any idea why I couldn't call the trader, then, yeah, let me know. That seemed a bit weird. Seemed a bit weird, but whatever. We'll end on some cargo pods, care of Randy, because he does like his cargo pods. Cargo pods with plasteel in this time. Why not? I'll say thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you did like this one, then please hit that like button. Obviously really helps me in the video out. If you didn't like it, dislike button's right next door. And otherwise, I'll catch you guys for the next one.